Just before this video gets started, I do want to mention that I have a Discord server. Join if you want to, suggest new video ideas, or come hang out with us. And if you like what you see here today, you'll like pretty much everything else on my channel, so why not subscribe? Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, as I sit here in front of you today on September 7th, 2025, barbecue sauce on my titties, we finally have a response from CoryxKenshin. It's a pretty long one. I'm not going to go over the entire thing because he addresses the main points of the controversy pretty early, and I do have some thoughts on them, so I'll just throw my 2 cents in and then we can move on.
That I am a regular guy. I would like to, as the shogun of this community, right, take the first slice of the blame pie. Accountability pie, give it to me. I'm taking that first slice, owning up to the things that I've done poorly for you guys. I think at the top of that list is communication. Can we all agree with that? My communication is trash, has been trash this entire time, but I think recently, especially with everything that's been happening, my weakness is being amplified. You know, we got strengths and weaknesses on this channel, and communication has always been a weakness. With drama, with controversy, and everything in between, communication is, you know, if that's a strong suit, then you can kind of navigate through these things a lot easier. And I don't want y'all to take it personal, like it's just a samurai thing or a YouTube thing where my communication just sucks here. No, it sucks everywhere. But this is a time where we all need to lock in as a community, right? If we can't go through hard times together, are we really a community? Kendrick has this line that I've been thinking about for months. When stuff hits the fan, are you still a fan? That's like the mantra right now. If we can't go through hard times together, I don't want it. I don't want it. Inconsistency. I think we can all agree I probably got the poorest on this platform. Again, nothing new to anybody that's been here for I would say longer than a couple months.
So one of the main issues that has been reoccurring since I started covering CoryxKenshin a couple of years ago was his poor communication and his long break. It's good that he's addressing this now, giving people a bit of a reason to understand why he does the things that he does. But at the same time, I'm not going to switch up things that I've been saying for the past couple of videos on CoryxKenshin. It's just that whenever people bring this up, I'm always asking the question, why on earth do you feel entitled to know what this guy's doing? Like, you don't know him. I get that you might want your spooky scary Sundays. I do too. It's been a minute. But at the same time, if you consider yourself a fan, and even if you haven't bought any merch or you haven't bought any of the manga or anything like that, and you just sit there and watch the videos like most of us do, why does that give you any sort of entitlement or any special permission to demand you know where Cory is at all times? Hell, even if you did buy something from Cory's merch or you bought some manga from Monsters We Make, that still doesn't give you any sort of right or entitlement to know where someone is at all times or wonder what they're doing, because at the end of the day, Cory's a person. His team that works on Monsters We Make with him are people. They need breaks. They need to spend time with their family or just need some alone time from the internet. It's not like they're a bunch of infinite content machines that can just keep printing out content and content and content forever, every day. However, of course, it's totally up to Cory as to whether or not he wants to address his community before he goes on some sort of break, to which I guess he's going to start doing. And he doesn't even really have to download any social medias to really do that. I'm pretty sure the community tab on YouTube would be enough. I think something else that I can also appreciate about the video is the fact that he addresses and talks about his mistakes and the fact that he's not perfect and he's done things like lie, steal, and cussed before, which, I mean, it shouldn't really come as a surprise to anybody who's, you know, mature or older, but somebody who's younger and idolizes Cory, they might not see that as a thing that he does, but I mean, the dude's just like any other adult. And the reason why I say something about this now is because back in the Mav Attack video that we went over the other day, when Panda Ninja got to that part about Cory's faith and him using it as like some sort of mask to hide whatever he's doing behind the scenes, I get that, you know, a lot of people throughout history have been using the name of God to commit atrocities. Not like God even agrees with that or told them to do that, but it just kind of felt like she was attacking his faith for no reason at all, even though she said herself that it was a fair criticism, which it really wasn't. There was no reason to bring that up. What I think a lot of people get wrong about Christians is that they hear the word Christian and they think, oh, we're supposed to be perfect. We're supposed to be holier than thou, this, that, and the third. But no, we're regular people just like you. We sin just like you. We make mistakes just like you. We're imperfect just in the same way. The only difference is that we're Christ followers and that we try to model our life around that. Now, does that make it okay for us to lie, steal, or do anything else that's considered wrong? No. Which is why I like the fact that Cory brought that up in this video to show you that he's just a regular guy. He's not some like idol that you should be worshiping or have any sort of parasocial relationship connection to. Like, it's one thing to like a creator for what they do, how they make their content, what their voice is like, this, that, and the third, right? It's good to admire somebody for that. But then it's an entirely other thing when you're just kind of dependent on them, because then you just start to become obsessed. And it's when people start to become obsessed, that's when you start making the creator feel similar to how Cory said he felt, and the fact that he says that he despises being depended on, like the way he is with some people. There's some stuff that he can't do with him being a public figure, like go out with his family. He has to strategically think about certain things, especially when it comes to going out in public. I mean, I will say though, one of the things that is an upside, which I guess Cory kind of viewed as like a downside in his video, from at least what he said, was the fact that people do fight for him or fight on his behalf, which I guess does contribute to what he's feeling, and the fact that he despises how important he is to other people. But from my opinion, this is just from a guy that was, on the outside looking in, pretty much just observing everything, covering the situation and whatnot. But I found it so insane, like insane in a good way, not like really in a bad way, that whole Panda Ninja situation, when it first came out, it literally only lasted like an entire day, just 24 hours. And the community essentially solved the case for him. He didn't even have to respond. Like, look how many months it is later that he's actually talking about the situation now, which, we'll get into his response about that in a minute. But it's actually insane just like how fast the community cracked the case. But really, I think that part of the video was supposed to be for the fans that kind of do too much. Like he was saying, call people out of their names, make edits about him that are defending him, but putting somebody else down. And it's like, maybe over time that kind of like weighs down on Cory, puts more pressure on him, which might lead to him taking more breaks and not saying anything about it. One of the main comments that you'll see during any sort of drama, right? And this is a consistent thing throughout. It's always going to be that one person or at least two people saying, well, he's going to be gone for another 9 months. Thanks. Or thanks a lot. This is going to send him into another break.
Now I want to briefly talk about the Panda situation. If you thought I was going to come on here and air out all my public stuff and give you guys tea and, oh, she did this and I did this, but she did that and, oh, I did. You clearly haven't been watching me very long. This is another part that I've already recorded, so I'm going to splice it here. Next, I want to talk about the Panda situation. Number 1. Number 2, here's proof that I had already apologized to her over 5 years ago. Coincidentally enough, this is in the exact same text message that she herself cropped when all of this started. But you've gone on to hit me up multiple times. Now, I would like to apologize for the video that she uploaded where I made a very insensitive attempt at humor. I cringed extremely hard looking at myself from 8 years ago, but what I was talking about was something that should never be joked about. To my community, leave her alone. Don't bother her. Don't bother anybody. Keep it about the gameplays. Keep it about the videos. Do not harass anybody.
Now, finally, he addressed the Panda situation. Oddly enough, I don't think that this part was as anticipated as the other ones were, because a lot more people were more concerned about where he's been, why doesn't he give updates and things like that, due in part to how, I guess, old the Panda situation was. It's from like 2 months ago, but I'm at least glad that he did address this part of the situation, because there was a part in Mavitac's video with Panda Ninja where Panda Ninja said that Cory needed to be held accountable to some degree because of his fans and how vitriolic they were at what she was saying, even though it was literally her fault and she came out on Twitter with literally no proof, said all this hogwash, and then expected to be cheered for it. On top of that, Cory has 22 million followers, so I mean, what did you expect to happen? So at the very least, you got that. Funny enough, I don't think that Mavitac's name was even mentioned once through the video, which is actually pretty funny considering the amount of uploads that he has on Cory himself, especially with that last video, man.
Return. Where? Dress. Where are you, Cory? Where are you?
Can you tell Cory to upload? Hey, man, what the fuck is Cory?
It's just really weird. But yeah, guys, hopefully this situation has been brought to a close. I'll see you in another 2 months when there's another CoryxKenshin drama, right? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that this was gonna be the end to the whole drama, but Panda Ninja apparently doesn't want the drama to end. Holy crap. A few hours ago, she just posted a video talking about the response that Cory made, and this is what she had to say.
Number 2 is the only fucking thing I agree with in that whole video that I saw clips of, because I didn't bother to even watch it, is that he told y'all to leave me alone. And y'all willingly still come in my inbox.
Right off the bat, why on earth are you trying to make a response video, to something that you never watched in the first place? Weren't you the one that was on Mabatak's channel begging for Cory to address the allegations or address the situation so that people could get off of your case?
Number 2 is, I am not the girl you used to know, and when you willingly decided to blow the trumpet or the dog whistle like you just did, there's consequences to that. Now I have to fucking do a video. Unfortunately, we had to let this shit drag just because you did what you fucking did. Stupid ass.
Get a load of this guy.
Oh no, consequences? Consequences to his actions? Watch our video just be the biggest nothing burger of all time. Over here monologuing in the dark like a supervillain, bro. Yes, CoryxKenshin's demise is at hand. Like, at this point, who's worse at trying to back up their claims? Gerber or Panda Ninja?
And to these choppy, yappy, gappy motherfuckers in my inbox, y'all could suck a hole while we're here so I could fucking get this shit out of the way. I don't have a fucking husband. I said that several times to several people in several fucking different forms and ways and shit like that. If y'all want me to speak Korean or fucking Spanish, I could do that next. And clout and relevance, like, y'all is just not understanding the fucking point here. I don't care about any of that. And he knows I don't give a fuck about any of that. But what I do give a fuck about is the lie. Oh, you guys are going to see very soon.
Brother, if you have something to share with the class, do it. Why are you trying to like hype this up? Oh, you guys are gonna see. Just wait. I'm cooking up something devious. No, you aren't. We know you're not. You don't have anything. If you did, you would have already posted it. And you've had multiple chances to do so. So I don't know why you were hanging on to this trump card or whatever this is. And I said this in the last video, it's dumb to purposefully withhold information when you're the one that did a poor job at explaining the information that we were already given. You had 8 years to ponder the situation and you still fumbled. How?
And y'all keep saying the fucking 7-8 years shit. Oh my god. Like, I don't know how many fucking times you guys are gonna say that shit. So we're just gonna address it right now because I'm not gonna address this in the video that's coming. When I decided to put my shit out there initially was because to show and talk about my experience. And I literally said it in the nicest way possible. And you guys fucking did a bunch of shit to fucking mock it and fucking rip it apart. If you guys have any idea, if you guys read the letter of what type of abuses were involved here, because of Cory, I had to go to therapy for 1.5 years. Just him alone. And y'all think I don't want this shit to fucking end and everybody move on with their fucking lives. I want to move on with my life. I do.
So go do it. Go do it. Go move on with your life. Stop trying to make these stupid videos of you just talking to yourself. You've put the information out there, biffed it. Cory put his side out, and that's supposed to be the end of it. Why are you still trying to make this stuff go on? Oh, no, but he lied, and actually, there's more to the story. Shut up. No, there isn't. As I said before, if there was, you would have already posted it, especially with the way people were hounding on you, but the way you claim. This is just ridiculous. So I guess we don't have to wait 2 months, like I said before. So I guess I'll do an update video on whenever this comes out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sub up, stay safe, and peace.